Manchester United, you continue to embarrass us. That was a painful watch, man. That was a very, very painful watch. And for the idiots that want to come out and try and make this about Fletcher or about Amorim getting sacked or any of this, just remind yourselves that this Manchester United team at full strength, that's with De Ligt, that's with Ahmad, that's with Mbumo available, with Mazraoui available, lost to Grimsby Town in the League Cup. So all of this, if Amorim was here, we would have won. Revisionism, like, save it for someone that actually gives a shit, because we don't know that to be the truth. This is a Manchester United team that with Ruben Amorim lost as many games as they've won. Potentially lost more games than they won. So nobody wants to hear that right now. All we can do is stick to the facts of today, innit? The facts of today were that we weren't good enough and we never really looked like scoring at any point in time. And yeah, that could be for multiple reasons. People could argue that, you know what, the balance of the team wasn't right and Fletcher didn't pick the right team. We can argue that, for sure. The Bruno Cunha and Mason Mount behind Benjamin Sesko thing didn't work today. It didn't work today. The manager tried to make changes and do different things, but ultimately, the balance was off there. It was. Last game, we had Dorgu out wide, putting crosses into the box, and Sesko scored from one of them. Today, we had no natural width, no natural winger, and it didn't look good, innit? Didn't look good. I'm assuming that Luke Shaw's injured. People were saying that, it's rotation, but he would have been on the bench, surely, if it was rotation, so I can only assume injury. Do you throw a Malacia at left back and play Dorgu left wing for natural width? I don't know, innit? Do you know what I mean? Dorgu had a good game today. He was one of the few people today that I can say for Manchester United, like, even though we lost the game, like, you can be pretty happy. We could be happy enough with your performance in it today, because there was a lot of below par performances. One thing I took away from the game today, for sure, was how much this Manchester United team lacked leadership, bro. Like, real leadership, innit? Like, Matthias De Ligt today massively missed in defence. Defensively, we are so bad, innit? And we've been so bad defensively under Ruben Amorim for, the best part of 13, 14 months he was there. And yeah, cool, overnight, we're not going to turn into a good defensive team. So I'm not really putting this on Fletcher. Anyone that thinks that you can be as open and as defensively naive, yeah, as Man United have been for the last 14 months, yeah, and then as soon as the manager leaves, we're just going to turn into like a miserly defensive team that can grind out results. Like, good for you. Good for you if you believe that in 2 games that Manchester United are going to turn into the exact opposite team that they were under Ruben Amorim. That's not how life works, innit? So I'm not blaming Fletcher for the lack of defensive responsibility today. But there was no real leadership on the pitch, not defensively and not in midfield. Casemiro didn't start, and you could see that he wasn't playing because the midfield security is not the same without him. And without De Ligt at centre-back, Lisandro Martinez, yeah, he's not a leader. The fact that he was in the senior leadership group and the previous manager gave him the armband at times, that tells you a lot about Ruben Amorim. Lisandro's not a leader. Not at all. Yeah, cool. He tries hard and he puts himself about. His defensive positioning for the second goal, for Danny Welbeck's goal, the ball gets played into his area, the inside left channel, and he's nowhere to be seen, bruv. And then Euro has to shuffle across, and then Welbeck takes a touch across and slaps it in the top corner. I saw a few people blaming Euro for it, but it's not Euro's positioning. Euro had to run across the cover because Martinez was not there. I can't remember what happened in the build-up as to why Martinez wasn't there, but I don't care. You're a left centre-back. As soon as the ball gets played in between the centre-back and the left-back, you should be there. You should be there. And if you're not there, it's your fault. I don't really want to hear anything else. But our defensive line, between him and Diogo Dalot, he's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace. Like, there's not too many individual players, yeah, that I could say that were instrumental in how we played today, but I believe that Dalot was one of them. Every time we seem to concede a goal, yeah, he's always to blame in some way, shape, or form, bro. Like every single match, bro. And when you've got him and Lissandro in the back line, yeah, when you've got young players like Dorgu and Lenny Euro, they don't stand a bloody chance, bro. It's so easy to scapegoat young the players like Lenny Euro and the Dorgus and stuff, but they're playing besides guys that are meant to be experienced. Lissandro and Dallo are supposed to be relatively experienced players. No leadership. And then when you look in the midfield as well, Ugarte's a headless chicken. At one point, I saw him pressing in the left wing trying to win the ball back, bro. You're a central midfielder. Why are you in the left wing, bro? And again, it's because there's still the hangover from this man-to-man weird defending that we were doing under Ruben Amorim. There's no reason why Ugarte should be pressing in the left wing. This passion thing, yeah, that these Man United players are doing, and they think that just running is the answer to everything. Running is not the answer to everything, bro. Sometimes it's better to not run and to just hold your position, innit? And this is exactly why, yeah, I thought about it. And I always said, I'll take Ollie back at the club if Carrick comes with him, because I understand that Carrick is the tactician. If Carrick is not going to be Ollie's number 2, I don't want Ollie back, because Ollie's not a tactician. And Ollie's going to do exactly what Fletcher's doing to a certain degree, galvanize, get guys to work harder, run harder, yeah. But bro, fuck all that. That's not going to win us games. We need a tactical intervention, because the way that we set up off the ball is embarrassing. This is playground stuff that I saw today. Too easy to play through this Man United team. And when you've got Ugarte in there without Cass beside him, Kobe had a good game today, actually. On the ball, Kobe was really good. He had to come off after 60 minutes because of load management, and they're managing his minutes. But on the ball, Kobe was good. Off the ball, I'd rather Kobe was higher up the pitch, because you don't really want Mason Mount closer to the opponent's goal than Kobe Mainoo. Like, that doesn't make no sense. Not to me anyway, because one's got insane amounts of quality and one of them's just a runner, just a road runner. So Casemiro's lack of presence in midfield, De Ligt, and even Maguire to a certain degree, them two's lack of experience in the back line, I think that cost us today, man. I think the goals that we conceded today, individual bad positioning, like individual errors, do you know what I'm saying? Stuff that if more experienced, yeah, players with a bit more nous were on the pitch, these goals don't happen, innit? Not to say that we didn't deserve to lose the game, because I can't say that we played well enough to win the game. I can't say that. But the kinds of goals that we're conceding, they're cheap goals, innit? They're very cheap goals, and they're very easily remedied, innit? So yeah, that was annoying, the lack of leadership. Mason Mount gives us nothing, innit? Like, you know what? I'm getting tired of talking about Mason Mount, because the truth is, yeah, within this fan base, they've given Mason Mount 3 seasons, and they'll always look for an excuse, yeah, to champion Mason Mount, but they're so quick to disrespect players like Xerxes, yeah, who's already done more than Mason Mount at this football club. Disrespect players like Dorgu. Do you know what I'm saying? That's actually, he played really well today, and you can see he's improving. Now he's actually playing in positions he's comfortable in. But they're super, super quick, yeah, to say, oh yeah, Mason Mount's been injured. Or they just will overlook him completely. And not mention his name. This guy, yeah, he ain't had a handful of good performances at Man United in 3 seasons, and he's wearing a number 7 shirt, and he's on a shitload of money, and no one's talking about how much money he's on. No one's talking about it, but people want to talk about other people's money, which is funny. Mason Mount got subbed off, yeah, and he didn't contribute to the game of football today. Fletcher could have made his substitutions earlier, yes, could have. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, it's very, very difficult to blame Darren Fletcher, yeah, for the fact that we lost today, because there's fundamentally so many different things wrong with this team. Even though the team he put out wasn't well balanced, yeah, they still should have found a way, bro. We still conceded rubbish goals. Like, we still conceded really rubbish goals. Cunha today, bro, A lot of people are getting frustrated with Mateus Cunha. I said it from the beginning, yeah. Cunha and Bruno, yeah, are similar kinds of players, yeah. They want the team to play through them. You can't play both of them, innit? You can't play both of them because they both require a lot of the ball, innit? A lot of the ball, man. And Cunha right now is doing way too much. And you see when I say that we lack leadership, there needs to be a coach that says to Cunha, yo, simplify your game, bruv. Not too many touches. Not every day try and look for a shot. Sometimes just release the ball. If you don't do that, you're sitting down on the bench for a little while because he's becoming a problem. The same way Bruno was becoming a problem and has become a problem over the years. These men try and do too much. Way too much, bro. It's a team game, innit? And it's all right holding on to the ball, yeah, but then release it, bro. It's all right. If you're going to hold on to the ball and draw the opposition towards you, that's great, but then release it. Your teammates are in space. Too many times, Cunha gets the ball, people have made good runs, and he decides he wants to cut in, and he's not even looking. His head's just down. Do you know what I'm saying? And Cunha's mindless dribbles are the same as Bruno's mindless spams, bro. They're both annoying. But Cunha's is worse in a sense that he's dribbling. If you lose the ball on a dribble, a player's got it under control. They can counter you a lot easier than if someone's just hoofed the ball away. They still got to go get the ball. So him and Bruno on the pitch together, when we're struggling like this, I can't lie, one of them might have to get sacrificed for the greater good of the team. And it's probably going to be Cunha, bruv. Once Ahmad and Bumo come back, Cunha might need to sit down on the bench and reevaluate, bruv, because he needs to sort his life out. Shea got sent off today. I was annoyed at the referee for not using common sense in it because he's 18 years old. Do you know what I mean? By the letter of the law, it's a red card, it's a second yellow. But at the same time, yeah, the letter of the law gets ignored as and when these morons feel like it. Do you know what I mean? The referee wanted to make a name for himself. He's a young kid. Do you know what I mean? I think we would have been near injury time then. Do you know what I mean? We're chasing the game. His blood's hot. He's frustrated. But he should know better, innit? He knows he's on a yellow card. If you play for Manchester United, yeah, you have to have a certain temperament. You have to have a certain temperament, bro. You shouldn't be losing your head in those situations, innit? So any chance that we did have of getting back into the game vanished when Shea gets sent off, innit? And it's just unfortunate, bro. But what we're not going to do is we're not going to do this Amorim revisionism, bro. This guy was losing games. The guy was averaging 1 win a month, bro. There's absolutely no guarantee that he wins this game today with the players that he's got available. And the funny thing is, with the players that were available, yeah, I don't know what system or what team this guy puts out to win the game. Because it's funny, Sesko's now scored 3 goals in 2 games since Amorim's been gone. Hadn't scored 3 goals under Ruben Amorim in the league, period. I don't know how many league goals he's got under Ruben. So we're not going to just pretend, yeah, that all of a sudden Ruben Amorim was definitely going to win this game, because the past does not reflect that. So anyone that's running that rubbish, get a life, innit? But all in all today, more disappointment, more frustration. Maybe this is going to make the owners potentially look for a more permanent solution sooner, because we've only got 18 games left of the season now. Or, like somebody suggested in the chat, maybe they've spoken to the manager that they want in the summer and they want to wait till the summer. We don't know, but we're definitely going to find out in the coming days, because a new coach should be announced next week, man. But more disappointment. But the truth is, guys, like, we're used to it. Do you know what I'm saying? So we just have to see what happens next week.